Former Irish President Mary Robinson says she'll speak as a true friend of South Africa when she delivers the 10th Nelson Mandela lecture in Cape Town this afternoon. And Communications Minister Dina Pule says a campaign is being waged to discredit her. I'm Richard Brooks. Former Irish President Mary Robinson says she'll speak as a true friend of South Africa when she delivers the 10th Nelson Mandela lecture in Cape Town this afternoon. 68-year-old Robinson will speak about freedom, truth, democracy, citizenship and common purpose. Robinson explains what exactly a true friend means.
All of our definitions of a true friend is that friend who knows you well enough to know your strong points, but also speaks to you about the things that you need to hear, not necessarily the things you want to hear. So, because I'm a human rights person, I have to speak some truth. I'm aware that an outsider always has to be very careful, but I think it's important that I take the opportunity to reflect.
Communications Minister Dina Pule says a campaign is being waged to discredit her. This after reports that she had a conflict of interest around an ICT indaba her department had hosted in Durban in June. On Friday, Pule's department said Auditor General Terence Nombembe had cleared her of any wrongdoing. Pule explains.
There is somebody or some people who are working very hard to try and distract me. All I can say here, tell you and the public, is that I'm not going to be distracted. I know they want me to go and swim in the mud. I was never taught to go and swim in the mud. What they've taught me at home is to go and shower.
Deputy Minister of Public Enterprises Bulelane Mangwanishe spent most of yesterday engaging with Mamelodi residents on the government energy saving awareness campaign. Residents were given pamphlets as part of the 49M project, which aims at encouraging all South Africans to lead energy-smart lifestyles. Mangwanishe says his department is engaging other institutions to make them aware of energy-saving measures.
In fact, we are engaging all departments that as we ask our people to tighten their belts, also the department must do the same. We are right, some of those departments do not switch off their lights, that they must either engage in technologies that save electricity or physically they must switch off their electricity.
Meanwhile, Eskom's chairperson Zola Tsotsi says people are now taking note of the 49M campaign.
We believe that people are beginning to latch on to what it is that we want to do. We have a sense, and also from the data that we're gathering, we have a sense that people are beginning to buy into the campaign, are beginning to understand what it is that we want to do, and they're beginning to understand the significance of energy savings. So we believe that the campaign is beginning to catch on.
2 children and a woman have died in separate shack fires around Cape Town overnight. The city's disaster management team says 2 girls, aged 8 and 9 respectively, died when their shack was destroyed in Philippi East just after midnight. Their identities have not yet been released. In Nyanga's Lusaka informal settlement, a 38-year-old woman died when a fire gutted 6 shacks. Meanwhile, 3 people have been evacuated after a fire broke out in a Sea Point flat early this morning. Building inspectors will conduct an assessment of any structural damage to the building.